So Donald Trump is going out in full campaign mode, highlighting the America we want to see, not the one that we have under Joe Biden. And I got this clip for you right here where he is going to confront Joe Biden on the fact that he's apologizing to the illegal immigrant who killed Laken Riley and all people who are called illegal immigrants. He says that they need to be called undocumented. Notice in the first part of this clip that Donald Trump addresses Laken Riley and her family, something that Joe Biden still has not done. And then towards the second half of the clip, Donald Trump will directly address Joe Biden and the terrible things that he's been saying. Check it out.
And we'll get into that. He said some really bad things. But one of the lives that was taken from us was an incredible 22-year-old nursing student right here in Georgia, Laken Riley, right? Look at the signs. Wow, 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 wow. From the time she was in the first grade, Laken's dream was to spend her life caring for others. And I met her beautiful mother and family backstage, sister, friends, some of her friends, a roommate. They said she was like the best. She was always the best. They admit that she was the best. And she was the first in her class. She was going to be the best nurse. She was the best nursing student. She was always the best. She was the brightest light in every room, they told me, and she was the whole world to her parents and to her sister, just to the whole family. Incredible. On Thursday night, Joe Biden was confronted over this cruel policy. And what did Crooked Joe reply? And Marjorie, I have to say, you were very brave in trying to bring up a point. Very brave. Very brave. That takes courage. It's not easy to do, stand up and do that. That's not easy to do, Marjorie. We understand that. He got Laken's name wrong, calling her Lincoln. No. Mixing her up with the football coach, right? He got the name wrong, Lincoln. And when he asked, what about all the legal citizens who kill people? That's what he said. What about all the legal citizens? When he was asked, what about all the legal? In other words, making excuses. Then just moments ago, I don't know if you heard because you've all been waiting online for 2 days. But just moments ago, this was just before coming up, they just told me prior to what I'm doing right now that Joe Biden went on television and apologized for calling Laken's murderer an illegal. He didn't want to call him illegal. He apologized. He said he should have called him an undocumented, not an illegal, and he wanted to apologize. He wanted to apologize, and, well, they have a new name, too. They have a new name that's even worse. They have a new name. You know what the new name is? Neighbor. They want to call him neighbor. They want to call him another name. Did you ever hear the other one? Newcomer. A newcomer to our country. Are we going crazy or what? Is this country going crazy? How about that one? Newcomer. The newcomer. No, he was illegal. And I say he was an illegal alien. He was an illegal immigrant. He was an illegal migrant. And he shouldn't have been in our country, and he never would have been under the Trump policy.
I just want to address a few things, and I guess I'm going to work my way backwards. Donald Trump ending there by talking about they're changing the name. So far now, they've gone from illegal immigrant to now undocumented, and of course, they're talking about neighbor and newcomer. The reason they're not using neighbor and newcomer as much right now is because, of course, the American people would sniff that out for the garbage that it is. It wouldn't work. You can't make that big of a jump that quickly. So they have to first use undocumented. Now, when they use undocumented, they'll use it for months, maybe even a year and a half. Eventually, they'll begin to tell you that calling them undocumented is also offensive. So we need to call them a newcomer. I don't think they'll use neighbor first, but definitely they'll go with the newcomer. Again, they're trying to move the goalposts because their eventual goal is to make all these people voters and possible United States citizens, because they believe that overwhelmingly that they will be voting for the Democrat Party and it will be this new voting bloc for them. So it's only a matter of time before undocumented actually becomes an offensive term as well. I also want to address the fact that Donald Trump brought up that Joe Biden, right after he dressed this man as an illegal, he immediately went to blame the United States citizens. He said, yeah, okay, fine, this person killed Laken Riley, but what about all those thousands of deaths that are happening from U.S. citizens killing each other? What about that? It's just so sick to me that you have this family watching, you have this girl, this young girl who died tragically at the hands of somebody who never should have been here, and you just can't wait to use the opportunity to once again turn it back on and blame the United States of America. I am going to hold to this. Democrats and liberals right now, for sure, and I'm not saying that this has always been the case, but definitely right now, they hate the United States of America. They hate our history. They're trying to tear everything apart. They're trying to change the history. They're trying to tear down whatever statues they can. I'm not saying the whole history is great. There's no country whose history is all great. Zero. It doesn't exist. But what you do is you move forward and you try to make the right changes. Whenever they can, they always take the opportunity to look at the negative here. Think about what Hamas did to Israel. You think they're going to focus on the negative when it comes to Hamas? No, they're going to take a look at Gaza and they're going to tell you how wonderful Gaza is, how amazing the people there. They're just family-loving, God-fearing people, and Hamas is just misunderstood. They're going to talk about the killings and all the other things. So no, they're not going to address it because they hate America and they care about everyone else. Well, Israel, not so much. But Donald Trump here addressing and confronting Joe Biden on the fact that he is now apologizing to the illegal, not to the family, not for Laken Riley's death, but to the illegal immigrants and all the millions of illegal immigrants who have been called illegal. We're sorry about that. We should have been calling you undocumented. Shame on us. How offensive of us. Yeah, I hope you forgive us. But the young girl who died, nothing about that. What do you all think about this? Leave your comments below. I'll catch you in the next video.